سورة الأنبياء آية 78.
Which number? Verse number?
78.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وَنَصَرْنَاهُ مِنَ الْقَوْمِ الَّذِينَ كَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِنَا إِنَّهُمْ كَانُوا قَوْمَ سَوْءٍ فَأَغْرَقْنَاهُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ. Perhaps I will have to read the first one as well.
And the next one.
Yes.
The ghanam.
Counting Bismillah and not counting Bismillah
Yes.
creates sometimes confusion.
وَدَاوُودَ وَسُلَيْمَانَ إِذْ يَحْكُمَانِ فِي الْحَرْثِ إِذْ نَفَشَتْ فِيهِ غَنَمُ الْقَوْمِ وَكُنَّا لِحُكْمِهِمْ شَاهِدِينَ فَفَهَّمْنَاهَا سُلَيْمَانَ وَكُلًّا آتَيْنَا حُكْمًا وَعِلْمًا وَسَخَّرْنَا مَعَ دَاوُودَ الْجِبَالَ يُسَبِّحْنَ وَالطَّيْرَ وَكُنَّا فَاعِلِينَ. The translation is, and we helped him against the people who rejected our signs. They were surely a wicked people, so we drowned them all. And remember David and Solomon, whom they exercised their respective judgments, when they exercised their respective judgments concerning the crop, when the sheep of certain people strayed therein by night, and we were witness to their judgment. We gave Solomon the right understanding of the matter, and to each of them gave we wisdom and knowledge, and we subjected the mountains and the birds to celebrate God's praise with David, and it is we who do all such things.
So first of all, explain what the ulama say, what happened, what was the decision of Sulaiman.
ماذا قال العلماء حول هذا الاستفسار هذه الآية أو النتيجة الأخيرة التي وصلوا إليها؟
سيدنا سليمان وسيدنا داود.
See, the ulama are following some traditions which have been handed down to them through apocryphal literature and through Jewish sources, etc. It's up to us to judge the tradition, whether it's right or wrong, according to our own rational understanding of things. So ulama may not be always wrong in following those traditions. I only declare them wrong when they are wrong because the Holy Quran declares them to be wrong, because on that particular event the Holy Quran has thrown a different light. You understand? So first of all, tell me what the ulama conclude from this. What is their inference?
He sent the question to me. He says that the ulamas, Hazrat Dawood alayhi salam, he decided that the sheep should be given to the owner of the...
I know that, yes.
And Hazrat Sulaiman
said
that the sheep should be given to the owner of that land until the land, the person who was owning the sheep...
That's right. That is the correct version. Thank you. But first translate it. This has been translated?
In English?
Yes.
And we were spoken. You know, this is a very beautiful decision of Sulaiman, against which we have no objection whatsoever, because it reveals his wisdom which was bestowed to him, especially by Allah. The sheep had entered the crop of some person and eaten it up. The sheep could not be entirely taken away from that person, because that will be a punishment which will be beyond the nature of crime committed. So it was a difficult decision, and Hazrat Sulaiman saw the light of the day. He decided that the sheep should be kept by the person whose crop has been eaten up by the sheep for 1 year, or till the time that he sows a new crop and that crop grows and begins to grow fruit. then the sheep should be returned to the owners. It's a fantastic decision. Ordinarily, we could never think of such a thing. So this is a God-given wisdom. It has to be from Sulaiman. Right? The wisdom of Solomon is famous in the world of Judaism, Christianity and Islam. But the people of the book normally do not relate it to a special gift from Allah. They think he was a wise man, and as such relate many incidents which speak highly of his wisdom. The Holy Quran says, "Fahamnaha Sulaiman." We made Sulaiman understand this. And in other verses also it is indicated that it was Allah who had specially bestowed divine wisdom upon Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salatu wasalam. Now one such other incident is quoted by the literature of the people of the book, which also is full of wonderful wise decision by Hazrat Sulaiman, which in fact could not have been his own doing unless God had actually given him this wisdom. So if you like, I can quote that as well, so that we can remember Hazrat Solomon with alayhi salatu wasalam, how beautifully he was provided with Allah in his mind and heart. Once it is said that a child became the bone of contention between two women. One was the genuine mother, the other was the false claimant. And the false claimant also was so glib, so talkative, and knew how to plead her case, that it baffled all the qazis, all the judges of the state. They could not find out which one. Because she said, "Oh, my life is sacrificed for the sake of this child. This is my child." And the other said, no, the other woman, poor mother, said, "No, it's my child." It is a thing which happens even nowadays in this time. Mothers, the women who are deprived of their own children, sometimes steal other women's child. Every other day you come to read about this in newspapers. So this happened at his time. Nowadays they can go through tests which are genetic tests, and they can definitely prove the falsehood of the false mother and the truth of the true mother. But at that time there were no such genetic tests. Only tests which was advised by Allah to Solomon was a psychological test. Have you heard of that before? It's a beautiful decision. Solomon said, "No problem. We can't decide. So let's cut the child into half. Give half to one mother and half to the other." And that the true mother cried, "Don't do it. Give it to that mother. It is her child." His psyche proved that she was the mother. Solomon took the child and gave it to her. See? This is the wisdom of Solomon. It's amazing. I am 100% certain it could not have been the wisdom of any human person by himself. This wisdom was bestowed upon Hazrat Sulaiman by Allah. please.